We Live in Time is the brand new movie that just hit theaters. The film is directed by John Crawley, who's directing his first feature film since 2019's The Goldfinch, but also his directed movie back in 2015, Brooklyn, was awarded a Best Picture nomination. This movie stars Florence Pugh as Almut and Andrew Garfield as Tobias, as we basically go through their entire relationship from a meet cute where Almond's character runs over Tobias with the car. Again, this is all in the trailer. Runs in the car. Then they go the ups and downs of Almond is a chef. Garfield's character works for a cereal company. They go through having a kid, but the big part of the movie as well is them having their first kid and also Almond having stage 3 ovarian cancer and going through that. So we basically go through out of linear order, going through their relationship. The film is an hour and 47 minutes long and is rated R. Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new movie review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnenberg. Today we're talking about We Live in Time. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. I do movie and TV show reviews as well as out of theater reactions, which I did for We Live in Time, a box office show every single Tuesday, and movie franchise rankings. So please subscribe, ring the bell if you're new. Comment down below. First of all, have you seen this movie? If you did you like it? Did you not like it? If you have not, tell me, is this a movie that you're skipping theaters for, watching at home? We know your experience watching the movie. And also, please like the video, the thumbs up button. So I was very excited for this movie. Florence Pugh is my favorite actress working today, and I'm a big Andrew Garfield fan for the last 15 years. So these are two of the best working actors today. So sign me up for them being in a movie. The only expectation was I just heard that this was kind of the sad crying movie where everyone tries to make it see if they're going to cry, which normally are movies that I'm not like the most into. But let's get my thoughts on We Live in Time. Now, I'm going to open up by saying one of the most confusing statements I think I've ever said in a review, which is that I think this is the most frustrating, excellent movie of the year. And what I mean by that is this is a very good movie. Like, I really like this movie, but there were moments where I could feel like I wanted it to be. The truth is, I wanted this to be in my top 10, worst case, top 15 of the year as I was watching the movie. But I think the script kind of runs into its own issues, and that's why, which I'll get into in a second. But when people say, a lot of people like to claim that actors can really elevate material. And I think there are times where that is true. There's times where there's not true. Sometimes the script is too good no matter what type of actor they get. This is like, if you want to look up actors elevating material, this movie should pop up right away because the script is kind of like whatever. It's not terrible, but it's just kind of like a forgettable, okay script. This movie is so heavily reliant on the acting abilities of Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield. Now, the positive is, as I said earlier, these are some of the best actors we have in Hollywood today. From any generation, these two are amazing. And that's why this movie is amazing, in my opinion. These two are amazing in this film. Florence Pugh, I would say, is more the lead because a lot of the movie is focused on her career as well as her cancer. And I'm gonna say another negative towards the end about that, but she's really terrific in the movie. A lot of these types of films do kind of have the guy be the career man, and he's the one lying about do particular things, and the wife has the kid, and that's kind of all the character they give. They kind of flop that where she isn't just the one having the birth, but she really is fighting for her career at the same time as her life with the cancer. And we learn bits and pieces about his career, but not nearly as much as we learn about Almet's life. But again, they're both just equally fantastic in this film. You can laugh with them, you can get emotional. You really just get wrapped in the movie, not because of the script wants you to think they are, but because the acting chemistry between the two of them is so off the charts that you just get enveloped into their romance and their relationship. As I said, the movie can be quite funny. There's a really great the scene where Alma gives birth to her kid. Easily gonna be one of the funniest sequences. It's really well done, well acted, especially by Andrew Garfield. And it definitely got the biggest laughs in my theater. This movie is not the crying movie for me. I didn't feel this is not a movie that has depressing scene after depressing scene after depressing scene. And for some people, that's what they want with this movie. This movie is definitely going for a lot more of an optimistic look um, in life and kind of being in. I really respect movies that have this message where it is about being in the moment. And even when you get, again, thank God I haven't, I'm knocking on wood that I never have to experience having cancer, having my life told how much time I have left. But, they do a really good job of messaging that, would you rather have 6 months where you get told you could have all these different treatments, but you could get through the treatments, but you also have a good chance of not making it through treatments? What would you do if you had a chance of 6 months? You could have 6 really great months and just go out with your life doing whatever you want and being happy? Or do you go through 12 months of treatment, suffering, not knowing if you could come out the other side? And I think the movie does a really good job explaining that with Florence Pugh's character, who's a big time chef, wanting to be in a competition, but also trying to be someone who her daughter can remember if this treatment does not work out. So I think there's a lot of good messaging with that movie. And again, this movie does come down to if you like both of these actors a lot, I think you're going to really like this movie. If you don't like them, I'm not sure you're going to get through this because as I said, the biggest issue with the movie is the script. Sadly, this movie has so many tropes and cliches of this type of genre that sadly just really do hold the movie back from being one of the best movies of the year. I still think it's an excellent movie, especially the last 15 or so minutes of the film. It just feels like a cliche rom-com scenario. There are a couple moments where they, of course, have to express to each other in public, which, again, I'm just not a big fan of in like romantic movies. If you're going to send yourself so much in reality, you don't see someone in regular public just bowing out to someone. And as I said, the last 15 minutes, I know what the movie was going for with the last 15 minutes. I just didn't feel as emotionally swept into what was going on as I actually wanted to be because I cared about the relationship. And then when the movie ended, I said that was kind of a okay ending. And this is a very, just for me, a generic script. And I wish that the script had a little bit more to it. Nothing in this movie is like mind-blowing or mind-blowing with the story that the movie is going for. So overall, this is a pretty run-of-the-mill generic script, but the movie is heavily carried by two of the best actors working today. Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield. While this movie probably will not be in awards season, I think the only two people who should be nominated from this movie are the lead actors. I still had a really good time with We Live in Time, and I highly recommend this movie. So overall, I'm going to give We Live in Time a 4 out of 5 stars. I'm going to go 77% for this movie. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.